Hey everyone, what's going on? So I actually made a little bit longer video than I wanted to about this, and I wanted to just get straight to the point. If you have watched these two videos that I recently put out, this one in particular, I talked about how Vice News showing up at the Buffalo rally was important because a long time ago they wrote this article about Zachary K. Hubbard, and it was all about how he said that the World Series in 2017 was rigged to the number 52, which it really was. Like, such as the whatever it was all about the Houston flood, right? The Houston Hurricane Harvey, and the word flood equals 52, Hurricane 52, Harvey 52. The first pitcher to pitch in Houston against Houston after Hurricane Harvey was Matt Harvey, and that was 52 days before the World Series. And then, of course, the Astros won the World Series after Charlie Morton's had his 52nd pitch and a bunch of stuff. And the guy who even wrote that article, his name equaled 52. But I looked up the Houston Astros that same day that Vice News showed up at this Buffalo rally, and the Astros beat the Texas Rangers 5-2. Of course, Texas Rangers equals 52. Like I said, that guy who wrote the article, his name equaled 52. But recently there was a story of Matt Harvey being suspended for 60 games because he gave drugs to Tyler Skaggs, the former Los Angeles Angels player who died just before playing the Texas Rangers in 2019. And if you look up Matt Harvey, he got suspended 52 days after his birthday. And Vice News showed up in Buffalo 52 days before what would have been the birthday of Tyler Skaggs. And when Tyler Skaggs died, it was really synced up to this narrative with Angels in the Outfield. And I also pointed out how Vice News was interesting because it makes me think of the vice president, and the word president equals 52 as well, right? So then we get this Texas shooting, and when you look up the town, Uvalde, Texas, where this school shooting is, this is the list of people that Wikipedia lists as notable people. And probably the most famous one is Matthew McConaughey, the actor, right? Well, if you look at Matthew McConaughey just so happens to be in the movie Angels in the Outfield. So what are the odds of that? He's in the movie Angels in the Outfield, and he's also 52 years old. I mean, you can't even make this up. 52 years old. But another famous person from this movie, or from this town, just so happens to be John Nance Garner, or Cactus Jack. And he was the 32nd Vice President of the United States. What are the odds? The 32nd Vice President, think about Vice News, a whole bunch of other stuff, born on the same day that JFK died. JFK even supposedly called this guy just before he got assassinated. You can see the previous video, but I'm just pointing it out. What are the odds? A vice president would be from this town. Not only that, he's the 32nd vice president. And if you write out angels in gematria, it equals 32. So he's the 32nd vice president. Angels equal 32. Matthew McConaughey is there from this town. He's in the movie Angels in the Outfield. So, like I said, I'll keep it short, but you just can't make it up, The next big shooting or the next big thing that's going on involves the Los Angeles Angels in the movie Angels in the Outfield. And it also involves a vice president, So, if you want to listen to a little bit more in depth, you can watch the previous video or the previous 3 videos, and it will make a lot more sense. But it's a lot to take in if you do. So, have a good one. Peace.